Now here's Michael Fish with the weather.
Good afternoon to you. It's quite literally out of the frying pan and into the fire, I think. We're seeing the last of the fog that's been troubling us the last couple of days, although having said that, only temporarily. But in its place, another sort of possible motorist nightmare in the shape of some sleet or snow, more especially for the southeastern corner of the country. It all actually hinges very much on a knife edge, and it depends on this particular front here. It's creeping across very, very gradually from the west. It's brought to western parts some quite mild weather and some outbreaks of rain. But the trouble is, for at least southeastern areas, that you're getting the winds coming in off the continent, and they're quite cold winds actually. The temperatures are well below freezing over the whole of the continent at the moment, and so the air over the southeastern corner is far from mild, and that means to say as that rain creeps southeastwards during the course of the next 12 or 18 hours, it may well turn to sleet or snow in a few places. The front actually is going to be hanging around for much of tomorrow, but it'll be fizzling by then, and although many places will have a cloudy day tomorrow, the outbreaks of rain and sleet and possibly still some snow in the southeast very gradually dying out as the day goes on. However, let's put the detail on today now for you, and it's certainly a mixture, to say the very least. The easy part is the west. That's much of Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales and the western slice of England, where it's going to be a fairly mild afternoon, a cloudy afternoon too, with outbreaks of rain, one or two heavier bursts of rain mixed in. It's beginning to brighten up though in the western part of Scotland, and in Northern Ireland I think later on it'll tend to brighten up as well. Then we come to the problems, which are really central parts of England. That's the central southern part of England, the Western Midlands, where it is clouding over now, and I think probably during the course of the afternoon some rain will very, very gradually creep from the west. And not only rain, as I said at the beginning, in one or two places you'll have some sleet or snow as well. The fog tending to thin out as time goes on, but the extreme southeast staying dry and in places probably reasonably bright. And then that process continuing this evening and tonight, so that southeastern corner eventually getting some rain, or in places, as I said, sleet or snow, and the rest of the country milder and rather misty with outbreaks of rain.
Beginning at 3:15 on BBC2 this afternoon, two Charlie Chaplin comedy shorts, the anti-war film Shoulder Arms and The Pilgrim, in which Charlie stars as an escaped prisoner. This is BBC1. And now at 12:15 we join Desmond Lynham for Grandstand.
Hello, on this fifth day of Christmas, my producer said to me, we'll have rugby players running, lanky men are leaping, top chasers chasing, and a part for old Bob with his tree. Hope the holiday's going well for you. Let me be a little more precise about today's sport. It's Rugby League's John Player Trophy semi-final today, featuring the team that caused last week's big upset, Halifax.
Just look at this lad now. He's going for that line. Oh! Has he got it? Yes!
Halifax beating the much-fancied St Helens a week ago. Now they take on Hull Kingston Rovers with a place in the final at stake. Rugby League at 3:30. Basketball of the very highest standard comes from Crystal Palace, where many of the world's best teams are together for the annual World Invitation Club Championship. Today, the semi-finals with Maccabi Tel Aviv defending their title. It's to Newbury for the day's racing, beginning with the 1 o'clock, featuring the L'Oreal Hurdle at 1:30, followed by two quality steeplechases. Well, of course, it's non-stop at the moment for the country's professional footballers, the league title wide open, in England at least, and much to look forward to. But some matches off today because of the bad weather. These are the games which are postponed. In the second division, Middlesbrough against Oldham. In League Division 4, the matches at Darlington, Halifax and Scunthorpe are off. North of the border at St Johnstone, Albion Rovers and Cowdenbeath. Those matches off. Now here's Bob.
Well, in today's focus, Ray Wilkins tells us about his hopes for England and life with his new club in Italy, AC Milan.
I played Chelsea first, then Manchester United, and now AC Milan, who are in their own right three fantastic clubs. I personally feel Manchester United are the biggest club that I will ever play for.
And from a superstar to a one-club man, West Ham's Jeff Pike tells us why he loves playing in London's East End. Also today, the last focus of 1984, a look back at some of the highlights of the past year, both on the field of play and off it.
Have you got a long head or something? Sorry? No. Oh, that was funny, wasn't it? Oh, God, I'm rolling about now,
But first to the serious business, the First Division Championship, and halfway through the holiday programme, it would seem more wide open than ever, with the top teams dropping points with abandon. On Boxing Day, only one of that morning's 8 leading clubs actually won. That was Everton, who became only the 3rd club to win at Roker Park this season against Sunderland. Everton got off to a great start, only 12 minutes gone when Andy Gray's power in the air kept Sunderland's defence under pressure. Graham Sharp then nipped the ball away from Turner before hooking the ball back to the unmarked Derek Mountfield. 1-0 to Everton, and 7 minutes later Mountfield grabbed a second, delicately steering in Kevin Sheedy's low free kick. Sunderland came back in the second half. It's Venison's cross, Hodgson's knockback and Mark Proctor's perfect strike. Sunderland 1, Everton 2, and that's how it finished. Those 3 points put Everton level on points with Spurs, who still lead on goal difference. Manchester United, having seen Spurs relinquish 2 points at home to West Ham, lost the opportunity to go top for the first time this season by losing to Stoke, who are bottom. With Arsenal losing their 5th successive away league game and Southampton losing at home, West Bromwich Albion's win over Newcastle shot them up into 5th place. Mention of Southampton and Arsenal there, and those 2 clubs finally came to agreement yesterday evening over the transfer fee for Steve Williams. Something around £550,000 took the England midfield player to Highbury. He's eligible for next Saturday's FA Cup tie at Hereford, and he'll make his debut on New Year's Day morning against North London rival Spurs. A nice, gentle start for a player who